السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيفكم شباب وصبايا؟ شو أخباركم؟ طمنونا عنكم. اليوم جبت لكم مباراة منتظرة ما بين فالكونز وما بين Bds. بصراحة المباراة كثير قوية وكثير حماسية وبتحبس الأنفاس، فلا تنسى تضغط على لايك وسبسكرايب، خلي عائلتنا تكبر وانجوي.
Playoffs. Bds versus Falcons. First to four advances in the group stage.
It has been 401 days since Rise took to the stage against Falcons in the grand finals of London's Spring Major. Since then, the steely-tongued assassin and his opponents from that day have taken very different paths.
Falcons have not seen them for a little while now. You know, they didn't make that Spring Major. Rule one, they were the attendees coming from the Middle Eastern region, but Falcons, they want to sit pretty on their perch once again. Bds though, what a team. The fact that they got through with Rise to the position they found themselves in at the top of Europe is an absolute statement from the man who moved to make Worlds.
Yeah, he moved here not just to make Worlds,
To win. Correct.
Worlds, to lift that beautiful, glorious trophy aloft for all eyes to see and knows that Rise is the man to make these moves happen and to make this happen. But another player for Team Bds, Seiko. Last season, he did make that happen. These are the reigning world champions, and it's good to see whatever happens here, Bds back at their best.
Falcons have got that chance to make sure that Rule 1 aren't the only team that we're going to be discussing from MENA. It was only a year ago where they weren't really the only team that we were looking at.
Oh!
Ahmad, top right, secures the first.
Falcons, they are well and truly back in form off the back of a reverse sweep versus Twisted Minds. Ahmad connects with O'Khalid's pass, bullies it into the top corner.
It's an unbelievable reverse sweep as well versus Twisted Minds. Looking incredibly confident were the opposition, but then I think the stoicism from Falcons, where they have a goal, yes, move on.
Yep.
That's all they need. A little bit of a celebration, make sure the job is not done until the final whistle blows. A 4-3 incredible series. So far today, we have had 2 4-3s as well. Game 7s twice. This one, again, absolutely seeing that this could go again to that 7.
Very much a controlled chaos from Falcons, the old guard of the Middle Eastern region, for so long, untoppable. And now they have this competition, they're having to step right back up again, and what can encapsulate that more than the first ever best of 7 reverse sweep at LAN. They've continued it well as TRK resets it over the top almost of Seiko. Starting well, Falcons.
Yeah, minute and a half gone, that first goal standing.
Ooh.
Khalid didn't shoot that, even though it was completely open. Maybe thought it was a bit more threatening on the goal line than it actually ended up being. That pitch going very goalward. Monkey Moon a diving save to find his way back. Yeah, that really could be 2-0 right now.
So far, Falcons completely and utterly on top. Team Bds having to do these pre-jumps just to save, just to clear their lines temporarily. And when they do, their long shots causing too much danger, although Rise, via a demo from Monkey Moon, does come in. Monkey Moon can just wait for O'Khalid's clearance. And just for a second, it's Falcons that are having to clear the ball long.
2 minutes now. Bds making sure that their defense is staying firm. The decent amount of boost. Rise can go to the ceiling. That backboard is completely his, but O'Khalid steals it away at the last second. Seiko now, they have not seen for a little while without Rise thriving, and a Rise backflip leaves that net completely open. No words going through for Bds as Falcons, they take their second.
Yeah, they just waited for Bds to march forwards. There was a bit of a backflip, a bit of a missed touch there in the center from Rise. Team Bds not following each other up. And TRK turned down the goal steal as well. Good for him, good camaraderie.
Good for him, he's a bigger man than I will ever be. If I'm at Worlds, mate, I'm stat padding as much as I possibly can.
TRK does nip in there against Rise. It could be a chance for 3 depending on Monkey Moon's touch. He does take control of the situation, and that's what Monkey Moon has to do. A player once perceived by far and away as the best in the world.
Yeah.
Not quite there at the moment, but my goodness, he can turn a series around.
Still completely in that conversation. I think every player on Bds is very much in that conversation too. I don't know what the fellas did their top 25 list, but I imagine every member of Bds was on all of their lists because they absolutely deserve to be. 2 minutes now remaining. It's game number 1, a good bump, but a low shot. Steve Ahmad, the 3rd goal, Falcons flying high.
How has that one snuck its way in though? Khalid got the double tap for the assist, but Ahmad, he just snuck it in there between Rise and Monkey Moon. There might have even been an own goal off the back of Monkey Moon's car. Disastrous start for Team Bds.
They've come back from big adversaries, but Falcons, my word, if they keep spreading their wings as much as they've been able to, then it's going to be a much harder ask. 80 boost and Monkey Moon high with no boost, though he does find that backboard. It was tipped there by Ahmad. Seiko passes. That is selfless. That is Rise to finish.
There he was. Team Bds reminding us how they can just come right back into it. Ahmad onto the backboard. Khalid was a little bit static there on the goal line. And BDS made sure to punish. Only 2 goals now the difference, and 2 minutes remaining. This first one is far from over. Let's see what Falcons can do from the kickoff. They win it cleanly, but that's exactly what Team BDS wanted. Monkey Moon to the backboard. Khaled is aerialing directly upwards. And Rise can turn around. Rise getting more involved, gets across towards Seiko. Monkey Moon shoots it, saved by TRK.
I think he thought that Rise was going to be able to get that successful bump. Unfortunately, he wasn't. So BDS still down by that too. Falcons, that defense is looking pretty outstanding so far. Low boost for every player. Briefly, everybody on 0, and yet the pressure is still going their way. Final 90 ticking down. 1 goal every 45 needed for BDS.
Team BDS who bubbled to the surface back in Boston. I wouldn't say they started fantastically against Crew despite winning the series, but as the event went on, taking down Vitality. Go to the grand finals in the upper bracket, but they've started slow again here, just when they were coming back. Khaled knocks them right back down.
Falcons is a team that are so fun to watch when they are on again, and that position from Khaled has been near perfect every single time. He's been a poacher, he's been a passer. He has been a team player in every facet, and 4 goals for Falcons against the team that beat Vitality. Their only series defeat versus Vitality. And Falcons with 3 ahead. That's a brilliant start for them in their first LAN since they attended San Diego.
Have to remember, though, that Falcons are used to this setup. They have been here for the wild card. BDS brand new, coming into this one cold. And so far today, we've seen both teams from the wild card win the opening games in their series. So it's looking like that'll be the hat trick if Falcons can indeed see this one out for the next 45 seconds. But even on top of that, even though they're warm, even though BDS are coming into this one trying to figure out how to play around this particular pitch, Falcons look stunning, Stumpy.
And that's an interesting point to make as well, where you've got teams that have made this wild card, and we were theorising, we were theory crafting, saying, is that actually going to be a big benefit? Because I think North America, a lot of fans are thinking, oh, we've got so many teams in that wild card. Oh, we wish there were more in the main event. Ahmad securing that 5th, clearly showing off that the experience in the wild card is going to do you some good. But the same about North American teams, there are opportunities where they don't have that chance to play. You got a few in that wild card, sure, you've got those chances. Falcons are showing off those moments and those times. You get that practice. You sit at these exact same computers. We're using the same PCs. BDS have not been here just yet. Neither have the other teams we've seen play so far today. And you were pointing at me during that spiel call, Cole. What was it that you saw? Was that just a little bit of a cheeky error?
It was just a little bit of dodgy defense there from Team BDS. Monkey Moon rotating in 2 centrally. Rise on a pivot, jumping up and down a little bit awkwardly. Seiko not really either one, doing a backflip right back into his own goal line. Just awkwardness from Team BDS, but make no mistake, Falcons, at the end of game 1, are running Team BDS ragged in the early stages of this series. It ends 5-1. Wow. Anything as a conveyor belt of Sharks team, except you. I know that's one of your personal favourites.
I like that bad boy. But, I mean, Falcons, they have shut them down so far. Forbidden Temple, though. This may well be a chance for BDS to bounce it back.
Yeah, maybe this is where that beautiful samurai sword does begin to show its restoration. We saw it in Boston. Team BDS were more than hoping to step up in game number 2 up against Falcons. And they've started off well, got some possession. Seiko up against Ahmad. Now it's just sending its way out wide. I want to see Team BDS do a little bit more with these solo plays. Falcons so far don't appear to be being bruised by anything BDS are chucking at them. There was a period of about 15 seconds in the first game where, after going 1-3 down instead of 3-0 down, Team BDS looked like a little bit better. This could be more though. Rise wants to take out Khaled and Ahmad. The 2 of them in the center. There's the pass though towards Monkey Moon. He tees himself up, Rise is waiting, Rise is shooting, TRK storms in from the side and gets the save.
We're seeing good nonsense, annoying play coming in from BDS though, as a few awkward touches going to be throwing off Falcons, but still their defense maintained nice and strong. Monkey Moon sends it towards that corner, Rise is there to catch a couple of those bump attempts. Finally, one works, no contact made, but scared the defender just enough.
And this is what Rise does, where others would pass first time. He takes those couple of touches and goes for the bump instead. Seiko is on his wavelength. He can't possibly miss. And it's 1-0 to Team BDS.
And we've seen those bump attempts happen from Rise, where he'll go for that pass. It's very much the method at the moment. Go for a pass, see then if you can do any clean-up plays on your way through when you're collecting a boost. Unfortunately for Rise, none of them have worked. Fortunately for Falcons, none of them have worked till that one. But defense is now the play of the day for BDS. Works out from that backboard, does Rise. Low boost though. Tipped on once, Seiko does manage to recover, continues boosting, makes one touch central. This play not quite coming to the boil just yet, however. 90 seconds, near enough elapsed. Falcons, a couple of awkward touches. This first game magic hasn't quite happened. That's not gonna... He shoots wide, open net, unsecured.
Maybe he didn't get the call that it was open. but surely Monkey Moon has to stick that one on target. BDS going to keep going. They have their lead. Have to put that one past them. You'll always have questions about the mentality of Team BDS. How do they deal with situations like this? Monkey Moon misses that ball. Seiko's up, has to beat his opponent to it.
Just so.
Rise gets the flip reset. Will he use it for a wave dash? No, he takes it slowly to allow in Seiko. Khalid has a demo behind him on his opponent. And now Ahmad and TRK can get it away. Warning signs continue for Falcons in game 2.
Good idea from TRK there. Tries to go for the bump, isn't successful. On Rise with a miss, he's on 0 boost. But nobody from Falcons is going to be following this one up. Seiko now first through that ball until Khalid is there. 10 boost backboard, no goal found. Monkey Moon now takes it slow, but that is not going to be the play right now as Falcons, they are swarming around that blue net.
Yeah, and BDS looking a little bit dodgy as well. More backflips, more misses, more whiffs. Think you got more boost in the tank than you actually do. Mistakes that we're not used to seeing from Team BDS in this spring version of themselves. Well, no longer in spring, but since Rise came with them in spring.
In fairness, mate, the spring major barely takes place in spring this season, though.
True. Oh, is that one sneaking in? Monkey Moon somehow gets one through.
Ice surrounding the pitch, and Monkey Moon securing the second for BDS. It's a good dunk from Rise. Ahmad on the rotate back, can't get back there in time. Actually forgoes that back corner boost. He had enough to get through. He did not need it, but just rotating slightly wide. Brilliant placement from Monkey Moon. Gets it opposite corner. That's a 2-goal lead now. Monkey Moon on the press from kickoff. 100 boost secured. Can't get it around the side, and this kickoff goal opportunity is now going to boil to nothing.
Rice's pre-jump, though, is fantastic.
What,
Monkey
pre-jump?
Moon's there up against Cali. He wants to get the double. He doesn't need to.
Ah!
Yes, he does need to, because Seiko couldn't get the open goal. He leans back in his chair, frustrated, countered, and Falcons down the other end complete the punishment.
You see Mew's hand go on Seiko's shoulder, literally rubs it like, bro, you're good. Please don't have that ball in your head. Utterly open, devastating for BDS. Thankfully, it's game 2, but Falcons, they're now within 1.
Game 2, but it's going to catch up with you quick, Team BDS. If you keep making mistakes the way you've been doing so far, we know that Falcons can kick back. We know they won't be shaken. Rise has 2 chasing him. Ahmad just tracking his man. Rise keeps going. He's still got an incredible amount of boost, 43. He'll have to do anything he needs to with. As Monkey Moon goes up against TRK. The best thing to say about BDS, Stumpy, is all of them have made mistakes.
Yeah.
That means they can all wipe it off and not turn to any one player.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do, realistically. Move on, you've still got the lead, not the biggest drama. 90 seconds remain, BDS with a bit of a scary lead. Seiko shooting directly at a backwards Khalid. Not able to get any goal there, that's central. Khalid can now shoot, but Seiko diving back in the way. Confidence boosting save there. Monkey Moon from that backboard. Does not get the bump on Ahmad, and Rise has to rush back, make sure that Seiko's not left alone.
Call me crazy, but what we know about Team BDS in majors and in World Championships and lands in general is this may be a must-win game. They can crash out of entire tournaments if things start to go against them. As soon as the tilt hits, 55 seconds to ensure that won't happen.
Good pass back.
Ahmad tries to make it happen. Seiko's up, has no one challenging him. But that's exactly what Khalid wanted. Ahmad wants to get the doink and does. Is TRK arriving? Yes, he is. He knocks it downwards. BDS steaming in. No mistakes to be made this time.
You say no mistakes to be made, but Seiko double committed along with Monkey Moon, and then this pressure has continued from Falcons. Monkey Moon was able to clear that one long. Said Seiko, I think he's not necessarily trying to prove himself, but just showing, I'm still here, boys, let's not worry. 30 seconds now. BDS, a vital 30 seconds for them. Rise Monkey Moon committing both on that one too. Seiko's got to make contact. He does so, just kisses it towards the opposite side. But Falcons, they have been in this blue half 4 times.
It's still loose. There's more from BDS, and the dunk comes in from TRK, and Falcons do have their equaliser, and heads go in hands.
Falcons, the second flying in. What a pinch down. TRK tilts his nose high, pinches it alongside Rise, straight towards the net. Final 15, overtime looms.
Falcons sense extreme disappointment in their opponents. You better bet your bottom dollar they'll push all the way to overtime here. They will not accept a next goal win situation. They can win it now. TRK dunks down Rise, though Ahmad maybe is overcommitted. He does win it cleanly in the end. TRK tries to keep it up. Decision, in my opinion. Ahmad, he will let it drop, though. And we do have overtime, and this is such an important goal in Team BDS's tournament.
One open net miss, leading to not a 3-1, instead just a 2-all. Unfortunate for them. Got to put it behind you. TRK, they shoot on the open net. Who is back? It's Seiko.
You're thinking not like this for Team BDS, and it wasn't in the end. Seiko, he waits, delays his flip, comes to nothing in the end. Rise in the corner. TRK wants to get involved. Monkey Moon's too quick. he charges him down. Rise now with Armad. Seiko's up. He should win this one cleanly. That's what Team Bds need. Bodies on the ball. Cars in command.
Chance.
Monkey Moon with a chance. Opportunities coming away in every direction for them right now. And Monkey Moon is going to slow things down and go again.
I'm loving Falcons' movement so far too. They're playing proactively down the pitch. They're making sure that someone's there to receive an errant ball or two. That's round the side.
Oh
No
my
one there that
goodness.
time for Falcons. BDS have got to count themselves lucky because that pass was beautiful.
In defense, though, BDS are crawling over each other like a herd of ants. One car over the next one. Not much cohesion. We need so much more in these defensive rotations.
A grand finalist team at the most recent major. So far, Falcons looking to be the better. After not even attending that major as well.
It's
a
wild.
minute gone in that overtime, or in this overtime rather. Armad, right wing, sees Monkey Moon, removes Monkey Moon. TRK on the backboard, Rise sees Seiko central, Seiko shoots! It's below the bar, but it's not quite low enough!
Agonizing for Seiko. Monkey Moon tries to continue. He gets the flip reset, but not quite over TRK. And now Seiko has to recycle. Instead, it's Rise storming in. TRK. How's the touch? He gets the flip reset, but Monkey Moon was completely and utterly equal to it. And Khaled does get it over the top of Seiko. It's the challenge game. Every time there's a 50-50, which way's the ball going? To the blue half.
Armad with one, sees TRK in the centre, but Rise going to be the man to intercept. 20 boost, TRK high. It's on target again, but yet again, Seiko with these saves. He's making sure to atone for past errors. Seiko now goes to the backboard, instead shies away completely. Sees that TRK is going to be the first man there. These resets in defense for Falcons are shaking BDS up.
Yeah, Seiko playing safe. Not what we expect to see from him, but really the correct decision. Just needs to
Demo.
give a bit of strength to these Team BDS foundations. Falcons can shake them right down to them, though. Definitely built on sand right now. O'Callaghan is charged down by Seiko. Good play again from him. Seiko's decision-making is proving correct. Monkey Moon to the backboard. O'Callaghan clears long. And Falcons just want to re-establish themselves in this overtime.
As we get 2.5 minutes, half an extra game of Rocket League played. These games remain as tight as ever. One long shot, Monkey Moon challenges O'Callaghan on that goal line. Rise takes it low. Monkey Moon doesn't take over and throws Rise off completely.
Monkey Moon sends it upwards. TRK is there. Armad is deciding what to do, cutting across. He's backwards. He's got the 100 boost that he needs, but a little bit slow to it. No momentum for him. That might let BDS in. Here's Rise. Can he flick it over the top of Armad? Not now. The mistakes were made earlier from Falcons, one of the first chinks in their armor that we've seen. And it might end up punishing them in the end, but TRK from the side, he's boostless, but he's not saveless.
That was Seiko getting that shot. He's looking more confident. Another defensive play from Khaled. Armad is up early. That one's just wide of target, but threatening Seiko, making sure that he flies high. 70 boost, midfield, no reset. Takes it long. One shot from Rise. Save from Khaled. Monkey Moon
He's got it.
Monkey Moon draws us level.
Finally, as far as Team BDS are concerned, and now out comes the bravado. Rise says, we were never in doubt. We were always going to win this one. Exactly, it's fine. We're so good at Rocket.
Got to the grand final with this very team. Rise has been on every team in Europe since then.
Yeah, a constant thorn in the side of anybody he comes up against is old Rise. As his Monkey Moon there, he gets them going at the start of game 3, and that's more like it.
What a start for BDS! Monkey Moon high, TRK stays completely grounded. Actually, Monkey Moon threatens a bump. Seiko swipes across, 10 seconds, BDS lead.
Falcons, though, are used to kicking and scrapping for everything this season. Used to having it all their own way. 9 regional wins in a row last season. This time they've suddenly got 2 usurpers they're trying to just push down like whack-a-mole. Here's Khaled. He can follow it up. Rice is already there, though. BDS seem 2.5 car lengths quicker at every turn. It's a demo there. TRK's in up against Rise. Monkey Moon covers him, puts it towards Seiko. Again, it's a little bit nervy in defense from BDS. They get it to the side. Armad to the ceiling. He almost fakes out Seiko, but Seiko's touched it enough.
We're seeing so many inspired plays from Falcons here too. So many of their chances are from an act of magic. They are conjuring up wizardry. And none have managed to sneak their way through. Monkey Moon has to nervily get that towards the backboard. A good dunk from Armad, sees him with 7 boost. Khaled with a shot. Armad can turn. Yet another double commit on that goal line. Not going to lead to an error. Seiko with one. Doinks it near top corner. Unfortunate for him, can't squeak its way in.
Poor old Rise still doesn't have any boost. Hasn't had any for about 25 seconds, the poor guy. He's
But got a demo?
home. Somehow got a demo, and that's the beauty of the speed flip for these guys. TRK gets it as far as he can, but Rise was waiting to pounce. Monkey Moon. The combinations in the air right now for Team BDS. They definitely have aerial superiority. Can Falcons take the ball to the floor? That's what they want to do. Khalid passes to TRK.
Vital touch from Khalid too, because Rise is there to capitalise on that high ball with nobody sitting on the backboard. Rise with one miss. TRK now shoots it long, no contact made. This one's going to fall lazily midfield. Rise forgoes the ball, can't get the bump. That would have been a one-on-one with Seiko versus Khalid, and I want to see that match. Monkey Moon makes it not a 1v1, but a 2-0.
More talk from Rise. It's what we want to see. What happened in the Falcons' defense? So Khalid waited. Ahmad assumed he'd get the ball. It wasn't to be. And there was Monkey Moon to finish.
Khalid had boost, but he jumped off so early because I think it bounced out further than he thought it was going to. Completely set him out of position. Great movement from BDS. They make it that incredibly impressive 2-0.
Well, I'm loving Team BDS as well. Playing in front of the ball even without boost, it's incredibly risky. But when it's working, they have a surprising extra man that Falcons are struggling to deal with at the moment. Here he comes again. Monkey Moon clearing the path, doing it for Seiko.
Monkey Moon, the man, rotating with nil. Moves forward. Seiko's the man on the ball. He goes forward. Monkey Moon two-puts Ahmad in defense. Sends him on the stretcher back home. 3-0 BDS.
They're whirring now. The cogs and the gears in perfect harmony for this BDS machine. Falcons are going to have to try and clog it up, chuck a stick in the spokes or something or other. Khalid, can he get round Seiko? He does, but it's just too high again. And now it's Falcons for whom none of the attacks are paying off. Team BDS come right back at them. Ahmad, he clears it, but who's in the sky? It's Seiko. He gets the flip reset too. Rise is there, and Rise fakes it too. Falcons have got no idea what BDS are attempting.
We're seeing some really impressive ground fakes from BDS too. They're going for a couple of these shots to Rise earlier when he forwent the ball entirely and instead went straight for Ahmad. Right now, Falcons unable to deal with those fakes that are coming in. Considering the impressive 1v1 background for Falcons, BDS are outdoing them on that front. Rise now left wing, takes it slow, takes it low. Ahmad with one clear, but vital seconds also cleared off the clock, even if the goal didn't come from it. Khalid shoots wide. Unfortunately, Ahmad not there for the second. Rise now back on offense.
Oh, he's loving it. To the ceiling he goes. He gets it over the top of one of them. Khalid, desperation on the goal line. And then he continues the attack. Ahmad now has a chance to get Falcons back into it. Game one, Falcons went 3-0 up and BDS
good demo.
Back into contention. This could be the opposite. Monkey Moon, though, the pace.
Wow.
The pace of him to get up like that.
Monkey Moon to clear that away, and then Rise, before Ahmad has any chance to go for the ball, swipes it across. Rise again trying to go on that offense. Falcons looking somewhat flat in this third game. Khalid, though, is, that's open. Shoots it wide, unfortunately.
Now you're seeing, though, why I said BDS were in -1 gear, because this is what we expect to see from them. It's so much better,
Fourth
even
gear.
when they're defending. Monkey Moon up against Ahmad. Seiko can get involved now as well. BDS seem like they're having fun all of a sudden. They're enjoying their Rocket League, toying with their opponents, but now their opponents come back. Ahmad against Rise. And the dives, even from awkward angles for Team BDS, timed to perfection.
This is definitely a series of different games. We've seen Falcons have a dominating match. This one less dominant, but more controlled, I feel. Rise, what a fake! Removes the play from Falcons. Aren't able to make a single touch. Khalid just diving in, wants to get anything towards that blue half at this point.
Seiko to the backboard. Here's Rise. What are you going to do next, mate? Look how much Ahmad's backing off. He knows that if he attacks it quick, Rise will somehow ghost past him, but here we go. Oh no! Ahmad gets in TRK's way, but it does go in, and 2 goals now the difference.
One brought back. Ahmad, an outplay, gets one bump.
Ooh.
TRK squeaks it below that crossbar, shutting it down to 2, and we're seeing Falcons right now, they've got 10 shots between them. On the side of BDS, they've only got 7, but it's 1 goal for Falcons, 3 for BDS. Seiko, that's an open net. It's 4. That's yet more excitement from BDS, flying the way of Falcons.
Any nerves emerging or exorcised there or then from the kickoff? It's brilliant from Team BDS. Seiko knew exactly the game plan and followed it up to the ideal standard. Team BDS running away now with game number 3. Showing why they are the main stage team, showing why they are already here, and Falcons had to kick and scrap through the Swiss. Ahmad can send it wide. It's not going to be enough for Falcons unless something absolutely ridiculous happens in 27 seconds.
Ahmad wanting to make something ridiculous happen. It does get a flip reset past 2 players on BDS. Monkey Moon tie is 4 goals. It's not going to be turned back round. BDS with that series lead, making it 5-1.
Smiles! They're smiling, they're laughing. BDS are giggling.
If anybody had Monkey Moon having a brilliant time on LAN and giving a cheeky little smile to the camera on your World Championship bingo card, tick that bad boy off.
You honestly love to see it. Well, I tell you what, you don't love to see it if you're an opponent. If you're one of the other 15 teams in this event and Team BDS are turning to one another with love and adoration in their eyes, that's the last thing you want to see. As Seiko flips and whirls towards the Falcons' goal, it's not going to matter. They're freestyling on them. They're having fun right now, BDS. And they will take game 3. K is locked and loaded.
Wow.
The man is ready to go. I've seen that meme.
Love that.
He's no longer leaning back in his chair.
Yep.
Eyes staring nowhere except the heart of the goal that he wants to put the ball within. As we take our kickoff in game number 4.
A fake kickoff going for Falcons, not how I think they would have anticipated. TRK instead going towards the back. If that was on target, Monkey would have had the easiest goal of his life. Instead, he is stretched for the save down the other side. No early goal here for BDS, scoring in 10 seconds in the previous game. One to the ceiling, Ahmad that second not being successful, but Khaled is there. Shoots just wide, TRK punts it towards that backboard, but then misses the second. Khaled's shooting wide.
Not sure what happened there for TRK's second shot. I thought his first touch was brilliant.
I loved it, yeah.
It opened the door, but couldn't quite step through it.
Tell you what, Rise again, just darting in front, making sure the Falcons don't have a second Monkey Moon. Spectacular touch.
Ahmad's going to follow this one up though. Rise, where are you going to put it? Past Ahmad, at least for now, but he managed to manipulate the angles to get a touch on it. Seiko was waiting. He has no boost, so just meets Khaled in the air. Hello, mate. Let's land together. It'll be quite fun. Rise has no boost. So far, BDS looking a little bit more disjointed in game number 4.
Oh, well, I feel like disjointed is harsh a minute in, I would say. I think they just haven't had the success that they had in that first one, but I'd say it's more to do with Falcons making sure that their defense is a lot more locked in. You don't just score 5 by having your opponent having the best defensive game of their lives. Ahmad missing one demo on Seiko. Unfortunate for him, and this ball stays in the corner, but gets punted long. Seiko now high. Second touch coming in favour, sorry, rather along with the floor. With 90 seconds elapsed, this game number 4 looking somewhat more cagey from both.
Ooh, great read from Monkey Moon, and now he's got a chance to get things going and gets the flip reset over the top. Is anyone following him up? It's Seiko. He backflips into the ball. It almost was effective. Sometimes the weaker, more awkward shot could be more effective than the bullet into the top corner, especially when defenders are in. The pre-jumps they can now conjure up. Insanely well read. One came to nothing, and now the midfield presence game begins again. Rise tries to get it going. Seiko is not quite found. Ahmad gets in the way, and Khaled's clearance is long and loopy, but Khaled's there again. Monkey Moon is grateful the ball was just going onto his car, because that maybe could have had a bit more spice on it.
Tell you what, the double defenders for BDS is working out wonderfully. Rise there, the single man to shoot.
No way.
The two teaming up. Seiko shoots there wide. Finally, Monkey Moon, the third shot. That is a cluster towards the goal line.
It doesn't make any sense. Why is there always another Team BDS player there? Are they dunking? Are they teamworking? Are they passing? They don't know. Falcons do know that they're 1 goal down.
They have purchased...
They're laughing again, by the way, sorry. Team BDS laughing. That is a talking point.
It is. They purchased a shop full of sinks, and they have thrown every single one towards that Falcon
Kitchen
side.
sinks?
Kitchen sinks all over the shop, mate. TRK, you said earlier, some of the more floppy shots are the ones that are going to find their way through. The flip reset completely respected. Seiko does the right play here, and TRK fakes him out entirely.
Just that car flipping away after hitting the ball. That's fairly comedic, but Falcons won't be laughing because they've got themselves back in this game. 1-1, and a much-needed opening goal from them in game 4. Ahmad can double down here. Maybe the cleaner reset. He wave dashes to the floor. Seiko's missed it. He's dived and missed. Monkey Moon passes to Rise. That's meat and drink to TRK. Goes that wide to Ahmad. Takes a touch, follows it through. 40 boost left over Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon actually helps, and Rise had to dodge the dunk, and he couldn't get the save.
Monkey Moon with an outstanding assist. Unfortunately for Falcons, gets it tipped on. He gets bumped into it by Ahmad, and TRK is the man to poach it. 2-1. Falcons in game 4 secure a lead.
It's amazing how quickly this game can turn around. The kickoffs, the only set-piece play in Rocket League. Just unlocking endless doors, and now Falcons come again. They've scored a third.
They are beating their wings, and they are having fun while doing it. They're shouting and screaming, and you hear that as the opposition. You may not with those gigantic earphones on, but you see them getting animated, and Falcons, this lead Falcons looking more and more dominant on Utopia.
Especially from Falcons, though, not, to my experience and knowledge, the loudest of the teams. Generally more stoic and considered. The fact that they're getting involved in a scrap with Team BDS maybe will be exactly what BDS want to see. Drag them down to our level and beat them with experience, but so far all they're experiencing is a 3-1 deficit against the Falcons, who are pushing to get back into this series. Tie things up at Tool. Monkey Moon's in the air. Can't do too much more against O'Callaghan, who came in with all the momentum. Ahmad's there up against Seiko. TRK can wait for Rise. Rise somehow comes away with the ball and then pinches it with Monkey Moon and comes away with the ball again, gets in Khaled's way, but it's just not opening things up like it was before.
O'Callaghan removes Rise, sees the pest and exterminates him. Seiko now wanting to be the man to remove a couple of Falcons players. Monkey Moon can pass to Rise, instead he's blocked out by a defender. Monkey Moon again helping it towards that backboard.
He wants to get involved, Monkey Moon. You can't take that away from him.
He does. He absolutely does. Minute 15, Falcons having that 2-goal lead. BDS, they've got to chase. They've got to chase soon, otherwise game 5 dead level.
That's not ideal from Rise, though. It's allowed TRK in. It might just sneak through them,
my
even with
word.
Seiko's touch. It's 4.
Everyone fakes on BDS. They go high, 3 are up. He goes low with it. It's a bump on the backboard. It's a touch. It is futile. TRK embarrasses BDS.
Keep an eye on the Falcons, trash talk meta as well. It's Ahmad giving it all that, standing tall. And then TRK just giggles. He just has a little chuckle at what Ahmad is saying. It's so sweet and innocent.
It's a turnaround in game 4 for Falcons. They just got 5-1. They may well deliver another 5-1 for themselves, the second of the series. We were saying earlier it's a game it's a series of multiple games. Rise have given them their second. There's still time for them to work it back, but it is going to be a monumental effort for BDS.
Yeah, BDS, so they have given themselves a sniff. 43 seconds left. It's doable. They'll need a good kickoff. They'll need to follow it up as well. Not much room for error from this one. Let's see what they go for. There have been kickoff goals in this series. Falcons scored one earlier to really compound their lead. They might get another one. TRK up against Monkey Moon.
Brilliant.
He's going to end the comeback before it even begins.
Lovely flick, top corner. That is pure clinical. Gets control, flicks it immediately. Monkey Moon with not enough speed to catch up with it. Just jumps, just flicks. Does not mean too much. Falcons, game number 4, clearly going their way, but still 40 seconds, 3 goals. When we hit 30 seconds and no goal, it's going to be absolute toast for BDS.
One of the swingiest series I can think of in a little while. I wonder if any particular interesting stats are coming out from our stack man. I'm sure I think one team go 5, the other team go 5 the next game, and now Falcons have scored 5 to BDS's 2. It's wild changes of momentum from one map to the next. Falcons currently enjoying being on the upper end of that momentum. Seiko's going to try and bring some of his own into game number 5. Not quite happening there. Falcons doing the correct thing, packing the defense, making sure they're not giving BDS a sniff of any enjoyment as we head to game 5. Deadeye Canyon is beckoning these players and these teams. It might be 6. It's Ahmad. He gets it. It's a beauty.
Cross-court, double tap, screaming from the mountains. That backboard was all his, and game number 4 is absolutely theirs. 4-goal deficit.
Of course, don't forget, they were there it is, the Aurora Borealis.
Localized entirely within Rocket League.
Incredible scenes. And what a beautiful map, what a beautiful place as well.
I'd love to visit. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm completely and utterly up for that. If we get to see Rocket League like this, Stumpy, I will go anywhere.
5 minutes ticking down. That timeout for BDS. They're hoping it's going to be working wonders, but Rise with a relatively poor clear. Monkey Moon has to work his way in, gets one bump on the defender, but it still falls to that midfield. Still falls to Ahmad. But Monkey Moon, that bump from TRK does not come through, and Falcons, they just about don't earn that first goal.
Seiko has Monkey Moon in the center. If he can tee him up, he goes round the corner. There's Rise. Oh, I thought he was through. But TRK sent it high. Monkey Moon stormed in. Didn't get a touch. No bites of the apple on this occasion, so he's going to have to quickly head back and get involved. TRK can't quite turn there from Khaled's redirection into the center. And this one looking as end-to-end as all the others. Could be the opening goal. Monkey Moon, though, is met by TRK. Follows through. Ahmad waiting to see if there was a miss. There was, but thankfully for BDS, it went over the goal line. Yeah,
ball flew just a little bit too high on that chance. TRK with a lovely interception, but Rise with even better positioning. 0 boost sees Monkey Moon central, but a pinch long. See the foot race between Seiko and TRK. Seiko winning on that chance with 50 boost, then works around to the ceiling. Monkey Moon central. The attempted pinch going in favor of BDS, but control completely relinquished for that ball.
I want to see Falcons take a bit more of a touch there. TRK had Rise right in front of him. Could have kept the ball to him, go for a low 50, or at least knock the ball up the wall and use this boost, but opted not to. So in the end, we continue this stalemate, a bit of boomer ball emerging. High pressure situation. The 5th game in a best of 7, arguably the most important. You win this one, you have 2 match points, and your opponents are all the way up against it. One's down towards Seiko. He keeps it close to himself. That's better, because now Rise is in, and Khaled and Ahmad both heading back. So
Good
Rise
bump.
gets the bump as well, but TRK had returned.
There's a third! Everything done well there for BDS, but TRK had the wherewithal to get back in time. A good dunk attempt from TRK. Gets it round 1. O'Khaled goes high with 1 ball. Monkey Moon challenges low.
Oh!
And O'Khaled nearly there, right place, right time.
We've seen a few pretty impactful dunks so far in this World Championship. That was almost another one to add to the collection. Not quite this time though, and this time Seiko does show what can be done with a little wherewithal. He slows it down. Ahmad now up against Monkey Moon. Rise, let's go long, but Ahmad was waiting. Falcons are snapping around the ball. TRK there, Monkey Moon wants to get past Khaled and does.
That's open.
If he gets a redirect, he might not even need it in the end. He'll call it a fake, doesn't matter, it's 1-0.
Full court shot coming through for Monkey Moon. He identifies the open net. Khaled technically making a touch. I don't think it gave it any more speed to make it any more likely that they have scored. That's just a Monkey Moon goal through and through. Falcons falling prey to their big push. They got their claws in on the BDS half, but they just couldn't secure a goal from it. Now, open for Seiko. Rise with 1 bump. Monkey Moon is facing backwards, which flicks it high enough. Still, Khaled finds Ahmad, finds net. It's an equalizer yet again for Falcons.
Just when I was wondering if we were going to see a low-scoring, tight tactical battle, suddenly the floodgates open and water comes gushing in from every direction. It's 1-1 now, and Falcons return to parity.
2:22 on the clock, 1-1 in the game, 2-2 in the series. But only one winner may emerge. Rise again, a kickoff goal. What literally is happening?
I don't know. It is just fully aggressive Rocket League. Ahmad believed in his challenge game too much. Seiko was doing enough to intercept as well. And then Rise has had to poke that one into the back of the net, and Team BDS re-establish their lead.
Falcons are probably going to get a kickoff goal here, to be completely honest. With that ball falling towards TRK, he's in the skies, round Monkey Moon, but Rise in a great position. But we've seen TRK challenge with Rise in the sky before, and a goal came from it in favour of the Falcons. Khaled with 1 reset, shut down by Seiko. Now Ahmad with a glint in his eye. No goal coming from it, but the ambition absolutely there.
This lobby so far has been generous, though, as far as goal scoring goes, so Falcons will know there's every chance they can equalise. Have to be careful down the other end now, though, because Monkey Moon
Look at
is
the
once
movement.
again clearing his path. He's desperate for Khaled, he gets him! It's 3-1!
Monkey Moon becomes Hunty Moon as we see Seiko move his way down the pitch, and the man finds his prey. Khaled stopped in his tracks, bottom right corner sniped. 2 clear for BDS.
Falcons gonna have to push, gonna have to up the pace, gonna have to get back involved. The kickoff's going against them right now, and yet again, Monkey Moon comes away, not quite with ball control, but does get the 100 boost. Khaled forces something awkward from Seiko, though. Now he's chasing it down, but he has no boost. But he does have 2 teammates, and he gets in Rise's way. That's good play. Ahmad, the flip reset isn't quite going to happen, because Monkey Moon got involved. TRK to the ceiling. TRK the second touch.
Lovely.
Monkey Moon there. So far, BDS locking down and doing it effectively, but that's more dangerous now to the ceiling, and it's just Monkey Moon that's there.
That bounce was scary for BDS. Monkey Moon does brilliantly to clear it away. Seiko keeps his offense going, but Khaled's immediately back on it. Every player reading every pass, shot, goal, whatever you can say. But Falcons, they need 2 goals to still be falling their way. That midfield falls to Khaled. A 50 versus Seiko. Seiko's backwards. Ahmad slows it down, fakes Rise. The confidence is there, the bump is there. The goal, however, is not.
Oh, Seiko the double save hero, and Khaled can't put it in because Rise had returned and gets it past Ahmad and buys more precious seconds for Team BDS. They can sense 3-2, both in goals against them and games for them. Oh, Khaled's coming in, Seiko's there, and Khaled can't squeeze it in the back of the net. BDS live on that knife edge, but so far it's coming in clutch.
These defensive plays from BDS are frustrating Falcons quite clearly. With 1 clear, Seiko is found with the ball, but no contact can be made. very good boost in favor of Falcons here. Ahmad skims the ceiling but finds a man on his way. The final 15 ticking down.
Oh, Khaled, he has to shoot this one. It's saved by Seiko. TRK's attempt now to the corner. Monkey Moon has to go long and does. It's not yet met though by Seiko. Ahmad might be able to get something going, but there's Monkey Moon, and he will establish Team BDS's dominance. Almost finished with a flourish by Rise. He won't care too much. BDS, they're going to go 3-2 up, and they're going to be serving for the match.
3-1. Yeah, and Turtle trying to come in being like they can't see it just yet. Because we can see the camera ops, you know, they're doing their thing. But we're going to be seeing both of these teams attempt in game number 6, Falcons to earn that 7th. Join the other 2 series of today, but BDS, they want to shut it down here on Neo Tokyo.
There is one stat we do know, and that is that both series so far today have gone to game 7. And this one might too. Is Ahmad. He gives Falcons the lead just 18 seconds into game 6. Monkey Moon was tackled. Rise didn't expect it. Ahmad knew precisely what he was doing to give Falcons flight early on in Neo Tokyo.
In 20 seconds as well, we're seeing another game with another early goal. And Monkey Moon towards that right wall finds Seiko. He goes high, but Ahmad goes higher. The ceiling is his domain on that shot.
Here's Ahmad. Couldn't quite get the second touch, so Monkey Moon's touch was clean. Khaled's actually in trouble here. He's got no boost. Falcons all a little bit low for a split second, but we're able to recover and get in the way. TRK, via a bump from Ahmad, was able to hit that one with no one challenging him at all. And now Ahmad can get the ball himself. Seiko gets in the way again though, so Falcons, their first touch a little bit heavy, unless that's part of the plan and they want BDS to force these challenges. Rise wants to get a flip reset here, but TRK sends it long. And so far, neither team willing to really try and keep the ball, but Seiko makes a mistake. TRK can't quite wrap his car around it.
Seiko low on boost, couldn't make any contact with that one, but you're right. For BDS, they're happy that Seiko's not made yet another error. We saw that earlier on in this series. Didn't affect him, but when it gets to game 7s, game 6s, that's when they become a lot more important. 1 minute 15 has elapsed. Monkey Moon drops it low. Seiko is there for the challenge, but not the clean shot.
Great though. Beautiful brick wall play there from Khaled, who eventually ran into Rise. Tried to stay still.
Rise puts it in park and just sits in the way and thinks, nah, not getting past me, boys.
Is that better or worse than -1 deer?
I mean, it's stationary, so it's not great.
Ooh, that was great though. Rise to the ceiling. Seiko tries to bip it over the top. Monkey Moon keeps the attack going. Monkey Moon in the corner. Has 3 Falcons players in front of him. How does he navigate this particular problem? Isn't quite able to this time. And TRK's chasing back. Seiko in the corner now. First touch is a good one. Clear this one long if he chooses to. Instead, chooses to stick it to his Fennec and then get the floor pinch. End-to-end stuff, but no real chances since the early goal.
2 minutes elapsed, and we saw him be relatively cagey in the 5th game. Him's shaping up to be the same way. A chance shot for Seiko. Sneaks it low. An important equaliser for the Blues.
He'd learnt his lesson as well, because this was the equivalent of the open goal he missed earlier. Bouncing aggressively from the ceiling. This time he read what TRK was going to do, and the dunk was by far the best decision he could have made.
Yeah, sneaks it low below TRK. When we saw TRK sneak it low below Rise as well. Monkey Moon just pauses, waits for breath, can then shoot on that one. Seiko taking that one low, shoots early. 50 not going their way.
It was almost the cursed monkey pause right there, but thankfully for Falcons, Team BDS couldn't turn it into a goal. Stumpy's staring at me, so I'm just going to talk about the Rocket League. Seiko up against Khaled.
Valid.
So we go to the ceiling, Ahmad out wide. Falcons trying to pass their way out of trouble. TRK has to get there fast. He doesn't. Now Seiko follows, and Seiko gives BDS the lead.
The double tap from the one man, and the not a single ball touch from the other, but both are vital. Rise heads above that crossbar, wants to knock out Khaled if he dares go aerial. Seiko, what a second follow-up. It's 2-1 BDS.
BDS are making Falcons chase things. Khaled, he gets the ball from the kickoff. He has the boost to play with, to the ceiling with him. Monkey Moon is there. TRK waits, TRK passes, Ahmad shoots. But BDS, all of them charging the ball down. The rotations in defense now are fluid. And they're keeping Falcons at bay. TRK, Seiko in front of him. Monkey Moon has got so much boost to play with. BDS seem to have all the resources. Ahmad out wide. Ahmad has to do more than this though.
We enter the final 2 minutes. It is an incredibly important time for Falcons. The lower bracket this early on becomes even scarier. Ahmad fakes that one. It's a 1v1. He goes high. He goes for the bomb. Ahmad does everything.
He just can't be stopped. He gets the ball, he's got Rise in front of him, not anymore, he doesn't. Then he gets it going, can he squeak it past Seiko? You bet he can.
The equaliser is Ahmad doing it all. And Falcons on this kickoff enter the final 1 minute 45 level with their adversary.
Oh, Seiko got that one towards Monkey Moon, but it was precarious. Now TRK's clearance is long and powerful. Ahmad steals some boost, but Rise doesn't need it. Do they know that? He's still got 100 as well, he's up in the air.
Oh my word,
No more element of surprise for Rise. Monkey Moon almost sinks it.
How does Khaled read that as well? Monkey Moon went back behind him. Ahmad can't tip it over Seiko. TRK now sends it low, but Rise already there jumping from the backboard. These pre-jumps from BDS are utterly absurd.
Seiko gets it as far as Ahmad. He sticks there as well, and he fakes him out too. Tries to do an Ahmad. Not quite able to on that occasion. Falcons ain't going to fall for their own tricks, but Rise pushes it back onto the backboard. Monkey Moon is up. He loves being in these tight positions and still coming away with the ball. He's done exactly that. It was almost majestic.
His final minute. Both teams drawn level. We've seen this before. To the ceiling. Rise finds nobody apart from TRK, but look at the pressure really starting to build for BDS.
Khaled to the side, 40 seconds left. The next goal could finish this series or take us to our third champions field of the row. On the day, Ahmad almost gets it. TRK has a chance to shoot, but it's met by Monkey Moon.
The double save from BDS on the goal line. The final 30 now on the clock. Seiko challenging versus Khaled, but with no boost, he has to retreat, has to shy away from it. TRK with one miss, but then one touch. Rise intercepts.
The pressure may be starting to get to these players. They have to take a deep breath now. Khaled up against Monkey Moon. Seiko's in an awkward position, but it was the correct position. Is there time for one more pass? Can Seiko sink it? Ahmad to the ceiling. Monkey Moon's there, Rise. He takes the shot, but it's over. Does the attack continue? 1 second left. And we have overtime.
That is a vital chance for Rise, and he absolutely skies it. Unfortunately for BDS, but these kickoffs, we've seen a good few kickoff goals come in so far. TRK to the ceiling with one reset, though. Rise has to take it intelligently round the top of his own goal. Khaled's challenge, but Khaled is beaten.
TRK's there. He winds one up, but Seiko pushes it wide. Ahmad up against Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon is sprinting towards the Falcons' half. Ahmad trips him up, at least for now. Here's Rise, the flick over the top. He follows it up himself. TRK's there, and TRK keeps it going now up against Seiko. The pinch in the middle, but Rise had taken out Khaled. It still falls for TRK, though. Rise, he gets it long, and he keeps his car behind it.
Continues with that ball too. Such limited boost. It goes central too. You said earlier, Cole, about the ambition we see from BDS players when they have no boost. That was the epitome of it from Rise. He turns in midfield, picks up that 100, and he's going to be going again.
Here he is. He's desperate for the ball right now, demanding it at every turn. But it's Monkey Moon's turn. He gets it almost past TRK, who pre-jumped bravely. The bravery from Falcons on full display, but they have to have the mechanics to match.
The pre-jumps from both sides, shutting down any ambition we see from either team. Nobody able to work it past that halfway line. The defense is stellar.
Monkey Moon booms. Khaled is there. Rise just sees what Khaled's going to do. And sees that Monkey Moon. There we go. Rise, can he get this one? Not quite. TRK can turn. Where's the pass? What's the decision? It's over Seiko. Monkey Moon, he dives for it. Monkey Moon gets it. Falcons seem like they're going to have a turn and attack. That one's just wide. And Seiko takes a touch.
One demo from Ahmad. Sees that defense of BDS stretched for a moment, and Ahmad, he comes in, he tries to go for one, but Monkey Moon from that backboard, now it falls to Rise, goes high, forgoes the man, it's a touch in, it's an own goal!